It's me. Alright, I'm getting ready for bed, and we're filming this with Apple's camera because this is how the rest of the world sees me. Yes. Okay. When I was younger, someone I love once told me that I'm Asian and I'll always be the best friend. Another person I loved also told me that if I didn't make it within a year, I'd never make it. I'm just thinking about W.B. Yeats, the poet. What was the poem he wrote? I lay my dreams at your feet. Tread carefully for you. I don't know. My brain is blocking this poem right now. For you tread on my dreams. For you're walking on my dreams. I think it was a love poem he wrote. And I think now the more I do this internet thing, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing on the internet. Let's be very frank. But I've lived through it. I've seen it grow. I've been through all of these evolutions of social media. And I don't know why she's talking this way now. Perhaps I do. Yes, I mean, how old was I? Yeah, we were really big on Twitter in university in the UK, in A-levels. I was in secondary school when Facebook came out in Singapore and became a huge thing globally. And here we all are on the English-speaking, Anglo-defined internet. And I just know that even if I never receive the opportunity to perform on the West End or at the Globe, even if I never receive an opportunity to even compete fairly for the EGOTs, you know, the American awards, or the BAFTAs, I just know that I want to live this life so that by the end of it, I know I did everything that I could, everything in my power to be the best actress that I can be, to invest in my craft, to embrace life and observe life and be the vessel for this art. And I will always know that the problem, if there ever was and is a problem, that stands in the way of me even receiving the opportunity to receive this kind of recognition in my first language, because English is my first language. I just know that the problem was never and is never with me. There was nothing wrong with me. There is nothing wrong with me inherently as a human being that prevents me from having the access to opportunities. I don't know if there is a problem to begin with. All I know is that my ancestors, my very Chinese ancestors, were invited to join and be a part of this Anglo-defined, English-speaking world. Four generations ago. Willingly or unwillingly, we were brought into this English-speaking world. And English is my first language, and why am I not allowed to even access these opportunities to compete and receive the same awards that every other English-speaking person has access to. Even if I never meet the right agents and managers who can see what I'm bringing to the world stage, who can pitch the product that I bring in my craft, in my art as an actor, I know that I did and am doing, and by the end of my life, I will always know I'm doing everything that is in my power to be aligned, to receive the right opportunities that are in alignment with my soul, with my purpose, with my raison d'etre, my reason for being. And so today, I've decided to embrace that, to allow it. To even declare it. You know, I'm doing everything in my power to be the best actor I can be in my first language. And whether or not the rest of the world sees this and embraces the humanity that I am, I'm going to keep embracing the human I am. I'm going to keep working on my craft, and I'm going to keep funding my art and investing in it. Now, I don't know necessarily how or where or why and all of these fear-based questions of how the universe is going to co-create art through me as a human being. But all I know is that what I can do is intend and allow it and embrace the very real reality that this is who I am and it's who I'm meant to be. And in this life, if there are other things that I may end up feeling a sense of regret around, I know that this is one thing that I will not regret. I will not regret not doing my part. Yes. I will not ignore the call of the divine, of the source of all things, to embrace who I am and my art and allow the source of all creation to create through me. If others are going to ignore it, if others can't see it, if others do not have the capacity to allow space and to hold space for my stories, even if they demand that I hold space for theirs, then the problem is not with me. There is nothing inherently wrong with me that disqualifies me from even being allowed to compete and receiving opportunities to be cast in positions where I can't even compete fairly for awards in my first language. And I'm done. I'm done pretending that the problem is with me, because it's not. It's not. There is no truth to the statement that because I'm Asian, I will always be the best friend. Why are they not allowed to be my best friends? Huh? And Why put a limit on God, on the universe, on the source of all things? Why be of such little faith? Why? Yes. So if you are still watching this, thank you for holding space with me tonight. And I hope you enjoy your night, day, week, and embrace being alive. Yes. I think that is something that the actor in me is very passionate about. That hope and faith in humanity. And so I don't know what is gonna happen. It's 2025. It's June 2025. A lot has changed. Yes. I do know that 10 years ago, I definitely did not have this confidence and self-esteem that I have now. I did not have that sense of self that I have now. And now I have discernment. I have resilience. Some people call it grit. But grit is not enough. Now my brain is searching for the words in Mandarin and Chinese, which, you know, I spent a long time in the last 4 years reconnecting with. Yes. I'm not born in mainland China. I'm not a PRC or ROC citizen. I'm not considered part of the autonomous regions either. And yet, I exist. And I'm not the only one. You're probably wondering what else is she thinking in her little head, her big head, her beautiful, beautiful brain. But it's a secret. I'm sorry. Yes. I don't feel like sharing it right now. She's a bit shy. But also, some things are meant to be mysteries. And life is full of them. I'm just wondering if there is anything else that I'm meant to share right now. You know? What else do I want to say? I can tell you why my shirt is covered in lint, though. Oh my god. I got this, the cutest little fleece blanket for anyone who's ever felt like Tang Ping, who's ever been or identified as a workaholic, you know, which is something that I definitely identify as a recovering workaholic, to the point where I can even over life, you know? If you know what I mean, you know. But yeah, I made the mistake of, well, was it a mistake? I made the unconscious choice of washing it together with my beautiful, soft Temu pajamas. And I'm just living with a choice now. It doesn't change the reality that these pajamas are really comfortable. And it is such a blessing to understand Chinese and be able to actually bypass the drop shippers and source my own products at great prices. So I don't know how long I will be in the US. I don't know what is happening in the current political climate, and I am a guest in this country, this time willingly, you know. I have some ancestors who were unwilling guests in the English language, and I think that is why I feel even more audacious in saying that all that I've done to this day was to face the obstacles placed between me actualizing the actor that I'm meant to be in this life. I've done the work, the inner work and the outer work. And I continue to show up. You know, I've resisted the temptation to disguise myself as another profession in this industry, as many actors often end up doing, inevitably. And because it's so easy to be another role, it's so easy to create a character and say to ourselves, I don't know why I'm not getting the right agents and managers, but you know, I need to pay the bills, so I'm just gonna be a software engineer for now. I'm just gonna produce the films because the path does not exist, so I'm going to create the path for people like me. Yes, and I'm still an actor. I'm still always going to feed back into my craft and my work and my being an actor. Because without that profession, which I know I'm called into, which I know is meant for me, that I know I'm meant to be, without this career, which I'm so attached to, there is not really another purpose for being for me. Yes. I'm sort of done. I'm done lying to myself. I'm done pretending that I'm going to quote unquote change the world with software or be someone else. I'm so good at doing that I should get paid for it. I should receive awards for it. I should be allowed to do it in films. I should be compensated for doing it in films. I'm not going to do it with my real life and myself. Yes. So, I am going to continue showing up and being myself on Beyonce's internet. Is it Beyonce's? On God's internet, on the source of all things, on this interesting form of communication and circulation of information that we've created as a species. I'm not going to hide who I am. And yes, if by the end of my life I don't receive any opportunities to even be able to compete on equal footing for the EGOTs, for the BAFTAs, for these English speaking acting awards in my first language, I know, I will always know that the problem is and was never with me, my talent, my work ethic, or my craft. And I'm going to keep committing to that. I'm going to keep being the best actor I can be, regardless of whatever circumstances are around me. And no, I did not, quote unquote, manifest those circumstances. The process of manifestation is the process of co-creating from an inspired source of all things. And I'm doing my part in acting on the inspirations that God, the universe, the source of all things, is providing me. I'm following these impulses, I'm listening, and I'm tapping into them daily. And what I am manifesting is the solution, is the journey, is the co-creative process. And that is me. All right. I've said everything I wanted to say. Good night from 2025 version of Diana Khan Lee. I'll see you when I see you.